What's good? It's Jimmypocketts. We hopping in 1-2 today with 400. Stay tuned for the last 3 hands of the vlog. We play 2 decent sized pots, both over 700. Then the last hand of the night, we get a pretty sick bluff through, getting trips to fold. But before that, let's get into hand number 1. We get dealt Queen Jack offsuit on the button and raise the 15. Only the small blind calls. We're a little short-handed right now. The game just started. Heads up though, the flop comes Ace, Jack, 8. I see bet with 15, and she calls. The turn is the King of Spades. Pretty sure I'm behind at this point, but I think I can get her to fold on this connected board if I fire again, which is exactly what happens when I bet out for 20 and she lays it down. After that, we look down at Ace, King offsuit in the small blind. There's 2 limbs, and then I raise the 15. Only the big blind and the cutoff call. We head to the flop 3 ways of 9, 3, 2 with 2 hearts. I see bet for 15. We got 2 overs and the ace of hearts. They both call, and the turn is a 5 of hearts. We pick up the backdoor flush draw. Can we hit runner? Nah, I bet out 30. They both call again, and the river is a 7 of clubs. We missed. I decided to check this time. We were 3 ways. I'm sure one of them has me beat here. They both check black. The big blind had ace queen offsuit, and the cutoff takes it down with ace 9. I was a little shocked to see the silent assassin calling me down with ace queen offsuit. These guys must never think I have anything. Since I started vlogging at this home game, I noticed people are calling me much lighter than they did before. I know most of them watch the vlogs, and they might be starting to pick up on how I think, how I play, and that I bluff a lot. I'm going to keep this in mind and try to be a little more unpredictable and stay balanced the best I can. We pick up 10, 8 of diamonds in the hijack. I raise a 15, and only the cutoff calls. We go to flop, heads up of 6, 2, 4 rainbow. This board is better for his range, so I check it, and he checks back. Turn is a 6 of diamonds. We pick up the flush draw, so I bet out 15 now, and he calls. The river is the ace of diamonds. We hit it. I bet out 30, but unfortunately he folds, and we take it down. I'm on the big blind with queen 8 of hearts. Middle position opens for 15. The small blind calls, and I call. We go to flop 3 ways of queen, queen, jack with 2 diamonds. We hit trips and check it over to the pre-flop aggressor. He bets out 35. Small blind folds, and I call. Heads up now, the turn is the 8 of clubs, giving us a boat. I continue to slow play it and check again. He checks back though. The river is the 10 of diamonds. I don't want this to go check once again, so I bet out 60. He calls and exposes straight. We take it down with our boat though. We get dealt king 10 of diamonds in the cutoff. I raise the 15, and only the button calls. Heads up now, the flop comes king, queen, 4 rainbow. I decide to check even though we have top pair because I want to work on being a little more unpredictable. I've noticed every time I'm the pre-flop aggressor and check on the flop, that means I have nothing. If I notice that, maybe other players are too, and I need to occasionally throw some strong checks in there when I have good hands in order to stay balanced, especially since I play with these same group of guys often. The button takes the bait and bets out 30. I call of course, and the turn is the 10 of spades, giving us 2 pair. I continue to slow play it and check again. He same bets for 30, and I call. The river is a 3 of diamonds. I check one more time, hopefully he bets out, but he checks back. I show the 2 pair, and we take it down. Looking back on this, maybe I should have let out on that river and might have put him in a tough spot where he would have had to have called. We look down at pocket aces and middle position. Panda opens the 12 and under the gun +2. I 3-bet the 45. Let's build this pot. The hijack, small blind, and panda call. 4 ways, the flop comes 2, 2, 4. I see bet for 50 and only panda calls. The turn is the queen of diamonds. He checks again. I bet out 100. Hopefully he hit that queen, but he didn't. He folds, and we take down a decent sized pot. About 15 minutes later, we pick up pocket 9s in the big blind. Under the gun +2 makes it 10. Middle position, low jack, and the button call. I 3-bet the 45, and only middle position calls. Heads up now, the flop comes 10-8-3 with 2 clubs. I see bet for 40, and he calls. The turn is a 4 spades. I check now. He bets out 50. I decide to call. I got a feeling he has 2 overs here, like ace queen or ace jack. And at worst, he's got something like queen 10 or 10-9, something like that. The river is the king of clubs. It completes the flush draw, and it's an overcard to the board. I'm thinking if he had just a 10 here, he might fold. I try to bluff and lead out for 100. I definitely pussied out a little bit. I think it should be more around half pot, about 150, but that doesn't matter when he raises to 250. I snap fold, of course. He tells me about 1 hour later he had queen jack of clubs and river to flush. So I'm not totally upset with my bluff on the river, because he would have had to fold if a club didn't fall, or he made a pair or something, because he only had queen high. We get dealt pocket aces again in the big blind. Under gun +2 opens for 10, and Panda in the small blind 3 bets to 40. Let's bump it up again. I 4 bet to 120, and he jams, putting me all in. I snap call. This is the fastest I've ever called in my life. We go to a run out, and I see a king right in the window. It's never easy. It runs out king 8, 10, 6, 4. We hold and get the full double up versus ace king. I look down at 6-2 of spades in the low jack. Panda opens for 12 in middle position. I call, and we go to the flop 5 ways of king 3, 6 with 2 spades. He c-bets for 20, and only me and the hijack call. If we hit this flush, we could win a massive pot here. 3 ways. The turn is the jack of diamonds. Panda bets out 50. We both call. Let's see a spade on this river. The river is the queen of spades. Panda checks. I jam for around full pot for 257. The hijack folds. Panda looks disgusted. He eventually calls. I show the flush. We're good. We get another full double up through Panda. He said he rivers a straight. That river card, the queen of spades, was perfect. Probably the only card that would have gotten me paid. Last hand of the night. We get dealt pocket aces again. For the 3rd time tonight. What's going on? Few limps, and I open for 15 in the big blind. Only under the gun in middle position call. We go to a flop 3 ways of 5, 2, 4 with 2 clubs. I see bet for 15, and they both call. The turn is the 4 spades pairing the board. When we get called in 2 spots on this low board, one of them for sure is a 4 here, so I check it over. Under the gun bets out 25. In middle position, min clicks him up to 50. Obviously I'm behind, but I look over at their stacks, and they both have less than 130 behind. I'm thinking, I don't mind gambling even though I'm behind for that little bit of money, so I jam them both all in. I'm hoping they both fold, and worst case scenario, I just lost an extra 130 to trips. The under the gun tank folds, and then middle position tanks even longer and folds too. Middle position exposes ace 4 for trips, offsuit. I cannot believe he folded trips there. After putting him about half a stack, I show my aces, let him know he made a bad fold, and we take it down. We were in for 400, out for 770. We never even had to add on, only briefly dip below starting stack. We were running pure, it's a good session whenever that happens. That's it for today though. I'll see you guys on the next one.